So, key terms. One of the helpful questions that came up from Maggie. What's the difference between shape and negative positive space? Let's start with this pairing of negative positive space, because that can be tricky. Let's talk about it by using an example. This particular artwork by Henri Matisse, La Danse, The Dance. There are more than one versions of this. So, positive space is the space that's taken up by an object. In this case, the objects are human bodies dancing. So, the positive space consists of all these forms, physical forms of a human body that make shape, and they move in relationship across the field of the painting. The negative space is the space where the bodies are not, the space around them. In fact, I had an art teacher who didn't like the terms negative space, positive space. He preferred to say the object and its surround. And I can see why that's in some ways a better way to talk about it, because the object, the objects here are the 5 human bodies, 5 objects with interlaced arms, and the space around them, the space in which they move. So in our everyday world, we move through space and we think of it as emptiness and we don't pay attention to it. But to artists, that space around is actually very important. It's really important for creating the composition. So that's why negative space isn't a great term. It means literally there's nothing there, but the surround gives you the sense that we're just to understand this surrounding space in relationship to this form. And so going back to Maggie, her question was also about the relationship between the concept of shape with the concept of space being negative space or positive space. So let's go back to Matisse. Notice that both the positive space, that is the objects, which are red, they are all shapes, the shapes of the buttocks, the shapes of the legs, the shapes of the arms and the heads. The negative space or the surround also creates a shape. It's the shape that's created from where the object is not. You could say it's the leftover. It's the shape in between, surrounding. So in Matisse, it's very clear because it's blue or it's green. In other paintings, it might not stand out so clearly, but you always have in a painting shape against shape.